knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men. The shadow knows.
Blue Coal presents The Shadow, the man of mystery who strikes terror into the very souls of shopsters, lawbreakers, and criminals. Today, death rides the Skyway. Friends, when you're ordering this winter supply of fuel, remember there's only one fuel you can always depend on for plenty of clean, healthful, trouble-free heat. It's Blue Coal, Pennsylvania's finest anthracite. You'll know at a glance that you're getting the best, for Blue Coal is colored a harmless blue at the mines, and only America's highest quality anthracite is given this easily identified color. So take the guesswork out of your fuel buying. Always ask for Blue Coal by name. Order your supply tomorrow.
Watch, Glenda. I show you now in this small experimenting machine.
Don't point the sound machine at me, you fool.
There is no danger. I would not try to kill you, my friend.
I'm not so sure. You seem to have a mania for killing lately.
This machine has only a little power, Glenda. If it works, I can be certain my sound detector works. Because today, for the first time, we destroy a moving object. Now! Hold the string high, let the bottle swing back and forth on the marbles I put, and it will make a noise.
There, it's swinging.
Now I'll stand here, across the room. I'll tune the right pitch to the machine, the vibrating note of the bottle. So, now watch, Glenda. See how the small detector follows the swinging glass. The bottle feels the vibration sent through the air by a special small radio beam and... See! It breaks in 1,000 pieces, destroyed by the waves of noiseless sound. By vibration!
Yes, it works well, Rex. And you'd better start now.
With this power of mine, love, I could destroy the world.
In another 6 months, America will be helpless, thanks to us. Unable to defend herself. Doomed. But the farther we go, the more cautious we must be, Rex.
Don't worry, my sweet. I have a very good way to divert any suspicion. After it is done today, I sent a message. Signed by the Shadow.
The Shadow? Rex, what a marvellous idea to let the Shadow get the blame. But hurry, the flight is to be at noon.
I know. And Rex Kaliban, the greatest scientist wizard of the new death.
Assisted by Glenda Tammer, the great artiste, the great spy.
There's the flying field just ahead, Margot. I guess we're just in time for the test flight.
What is it? A new Army bombing plane, Lamont?
Yes, the biggest thing of its kind ever flown. As an amateur flyer, I'm naturally interested. And I understand they're trying out several secret military devices on it, too. Let's see, it's a little after 11.
We'll be able to get back to town in time for lunch.
Yes, easily. And this afternoon, I'm meeting the famous Glenda Tammer at your apartment.
Yes, she very graciously accepted my invitation. She's really a marvelous pianist, Lamont, and quite the rage since her recent recital.
I know. The pictures of her are vaguely familiar, though I can't quite place her. She reminds me of an international spy, or a Phillips Oppenheim type I met abroad somewhere. Well, here we are at the flying field. I'll leave the car by the gate here. Let's hurry, Margot. They seem to be getting ready for the takeoff.
No one allowed off the field, sir.
That's all right, Corporal. We have passes. Here.
All right, Mr. Cranston, go right ahead.
Come, Margot. She's off!
My, what a huge plane.
Do you mind if I go over with the operations officer, Margot? Colonel Every?
No, go right ahead. I'll watch it from here.
Well, it seems I'm just in time, Colonel Every.
Well, Cranston, good to see you. She's in the air and flying beautifully.
Not that I know much about bombers, but she's certainly a formidable-looking thing.
Carrying her full complement of 6 men. Captain Bradley at the controls, 4 gunners, and the wireless operator.
Hello? Hello. Hello, hello, Field.
The ground operator seems to be contacting them now.
You're coming in strong, Jim. How's she riding?
Her nose seems heavy. We're at 5,000 feet now. Duncan's head sticking out of the rear gun turret. It's about a mile away.
Hello, hello. What's the matter, Jim? I'm getting some bad interference here.
We're getting a strong beam here of some kind. Or you hear, probably. Wait. Something's wrong. Stand by, Pete.
What's the matter? What's wrong?
I don't know, sir. There's a strong electrical interference developing.
Calling field. Answer, Pete.
Go ahead, Jim.
We're in trouble. The whole plane's vibrating.
What's the matter?
Hello, Pete? The propellers have smashed. Something is shaking us. Shaking us to pieces. We're diving. Ah!
Come on! They're going to crash! That's a 90-degree dive! He'll never pull her out of it!
Lamont, this is terrible.
She's going to crash.
Colonel Every, a note for you.
What? What is this?
A man left it at the gate, sir.
What the devil?
What is it, Colonel?
Look, a black cross in the center, and underneath it says, America is doomed. Signed the Shadow.
The Shadow? Colonel Avery, will you do something for me? And it's very important.
What?
Don't tell it to the press. I have a reason, but I can't explain.
Very well. But only because I have more important things to worry about just for the moment.
Come, Margot.
What in the world does it mean, Lamont? You didn't send that note signed the Shadow, and you are the Shadow.
Someone is using my familiar title, Margot, and for no good reason, apparently. But I think they may regret it. I'll stand for a lot, but that is the one thing I cannot and won't allow.
You think it's someone responsible for this tragedy?
Yes.
Under the circumstances, perhaps you won't care about meeting Glenda Tammer this afternoon?
Well, maybe a little later than you had planned. You'd better keep your appointment at any rate, Margot. That wireless man's last words keep repeating in my mind. The whole plane is vibrating. Something is shaking us. Vibrating. There must have been some outside force that caused this accident. There's a connection with his words somewhere, but I can't quite put it together.
Oh, that's lovely, Miss Tammer. You play beautifully.
I am very fond of that particular music. It has dramatic dissonance, discords that make harmony. Now, take a chord like this. Seems to stir the emotions, to set up a tingling vibration.
Yes, I notice when you play, the chandelier seems to shake. Play it again. Oh, I seem to feel the sound as much as I hear it.
Yes, I know. Everything in this world has its responsive chord. You remember how the trumpet's notes shook down the walls of Jericho? If this chord were amplified and sustained, the chandelier would break in the same way.
How interesting.
Yes, very.
What is that? Who spoke then?
But
The Shadow. The Shadow speaks.
The Shadow?
You're a very scientific musician, aren't you, Glenda Tammer?
If this is some trick, Miss Lane,
No, calm yourself, Miss Tammer. The Shadow comes and goes where he chooses. I merely thought we should be acquainted, you and I.
Really?
And you have no cause to be alarmed. Or have you?
Don't think you can intimidate me with your mysterious presence. I know who you are. You're the one who was responsible for that terrible airplane wreck this morning.
Oh, how do you know that, Glenda?
How? What do you mean, how? A note you left at the scene. It was in the newspapers. People talked of it.
No, it was not in the newspapers, and no one talked of it, Glenda.
You lie.
Nobody knew of it.
It's a lie. Miss Lane, may I have my wraps?
But, Miss Tammer...
Let me out of here. Let me out.
Where are you?
Here I am, Margot.
But, Lamont, you startled me so. Why in the world did you do it?
I had a purpose, Margot. Coming back in the car from the airfield, I recalled where I'd seen Glenda Tammer before. In the south of France, quite a few years ago. She wasn't the international social figure I told you that I thought she was. She and a young man named King, or Rex, or something of the sort, were partners in a vaudeville act.
Vaudeville act?
Yes, they were sensational. They had an instrument which played tunes on colored glasses by means of vibrations.
Vibrations? And she knew about that note!
Yes. Remember what the wireless said? The whole plane is vibrating. Something is shaking us.
Are you going to follow her and investigate, Lamont?
Yes. And I think it's time that the shadow got to work.
While we're waiting for the shadow to return, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take this opportunity of reminding all homeowners just how easy it is to have complete heating satisfaction. There's no trick to it. It's as simple as the ABCs. Just do as many thrifty and wise folks are doing. Order blue coal. Its blue color tells you immediately that it's America's finest anthracite, the ideal fuel for home use. First, because it is the fuel furnaces, space heaters, and cook stoves here in this part of the country were designed to burn. Second, anthracite is not a quick-burning fuel that requires frequent firing. Anthracite burns slowly and steadily for hours at a time without attention. That's why anthracite is such a great money-saver. No other fuel can give the same clean, even heat at such a low cost. So always burn anthracite. Make sure it's the best, though. Insist on blue coal, that good, clean, carefully prepared Pennsylvania hard coal, mined by the Glen Alden Company. It is laboratory tested and colored blue for your protection. If you haven't tried blue coal, order your first trial ton tomorrow. You'll find the name of your nearest blue coal dealer listed in the Where to Buy It section of your classified telephone directory under the name Blue Coal.
I tell you, we must hurry, Rex. No matter if we leave half our work undone. This shadow knows about us.
Shadow. Must we return to Europe and tell the master that International Corporation has failed because of a shadow?
Isn't that better than being caught and our secrets revealed?
But the Carlton Tower Building that we plan to demolish next week, it's the headquarters of the Army Ordnance. We must destroy it, Glenda. I want to see its 20 floors shake and crumble and crash to the earth. More significant than any airplane, and more difficult, and we can do it!
Yes, but what about the lives that will be lost?
What are a few lives? Bundles of bones and organs that eventually wither and fall apart. You know why? Because the body loses its resistance to this all-pervading vibration of the cosmos. That is the real secret of age, my dear, and of death.
You are very convincing, Rex. Where is Cheeto? Bringing the machines in from the flying field?
Yes, and putting it in our building downtown, ready for action.
The beam is diverted on the Carlton Tower Building?
But of course! The vibration transmitter must bear direct on its objective. It's like a television beam. It will not bend with the curve of the earth.
If only we knew who this shadow is, how powerful he is, how much he really knows. What are you staring at?
There, on the wall by the door, red letters. slowly appearing.
Oh. The shadow sees and knows all?
Period.
You.
Glenda. Is it? The shadow?
Yes, Rex Kaliban. I am the shadow.
What? You know my name?
Yes, yours and Glenda's. And your evil intentions. Goodbye, until we meet again.
You see, he knows. What shall we do, Rex?
Do! We are going to destroy the Carlton building, now! At once! We'll do it before this ridiculous shadow even has time to laugh.
And so far, that is all our investigations have revealed. I am working with Commissioner Weston and will report any further developments to Washington. Sign it, Colonel Every, Ordnance Department, Carlton Tower Building, City. What time is it, Corporal?
It's 5 o'clock, sir.
Then you may leave after you get that letter out. You want to dictate anything, Commissioner Weston?
No thanks, Colonel.
Very well. You may go, Corporal.
Thank you, sir.
You think this airplane wreck is just one of a series of jobs in a diabolical plot, Colonel?
It begins to look that way. The recent crippling of those destroyers in the Navy Yard, blowing up the city arsenal, the damage to the government wireless station. Some sort of direct action, I think. And if the shadow is at the bottom of it, and he's the most dangerous criminal in America today, what have you done about him?
Well, there's nothing much we can do about the shadow, Colonel. He's been giving us the willies for some time, though, personally, I don't think he's against us.
Did Lamont Cranston speak to you? He asked me to hold up that note signed by the shadow.
Cranston's one of those society club fellows who'd like to be a scientific detective. That's all, Colonel. Gosh, sounds as if it's blowing up outside.
Who's that?
The voice of the shadow, coming from heaven knows where. On a radio beam, I think.
The shadow?
Commissioner, for your information, that wasn't my signature on the note delivered to Colonel Ivory at the flying field.
Is that all you want to tell us?
No, Commissioner. The Carlton Tower Building, where you are sitting now, is going to be destroyed any minute.
Oh, yeah? Say, listen, do you think you can bluff...
This isn't a bluff, Commissioner.
All right. If anything happens, we'll know who to blame.
Don't be a fool. If I were responsible, would I be warning you?
I don't know.
Have the building evacuated and leave it at once, or there is no telling the lives that will be lost.
This is preposterous. What's it all about? Can't the police do something about it, Commissioner?
I tried to warn headquarters in your absence, Commissioner. They laughed at me. What do they know of the infinite realm of science?
You can't frighten me. I tell you,
This is my last word. Get everybody out of this building before it's too late. The shadow does not warn in vain.
Good heavens. The walls are giving in.
The whole place is shaking. Vibrating. The shadow was right.
Quick! Run for your life, Commissioner.
Margot Lane, stand by for orders. This is difficult but important. Get help if you need it. Check recent rentals of space in all buildings having a direct and unimpeded view of the Carlton Towers. Look for the name International Corporation. Then have electric company immediately trace any heavy current drainage from their main cables to that locality. Report.
Here we are, Glenda. You saw no one prowling around since we used the machine, Cheeto.
No, Master.
Can you dismantle it without turning on the light, Rex?
Yes. Then we take it down and put it in the car. Wait! What is that?
What?
I thought I heard footsteps.
No, here, master.
All right. Glenda, you see the sides of the window where the beam went through?
Yes, all broken.
We had to project such a heavy current from the vibrotransmitter.
But you only half destroyed the Carlton building. I suppose they'll lay the trouble to faulty construction and...
From the 15th floor to the top of the Carlton building is all smashed and the rest cracked and useless.
Maybe we try it one more time, master.
No, Cheeto! We've got to get out of here as quickly and as quietly as we can. The beam has been successful again, but it's still only the beginning.
You are very wrong. It is the ending.
Rex! He's come! The shadow!
Who?
Sorry to cause such consternation, but I think your little game is up, my friends.
No, I don't think so. Not yet, Mr. Shadow. Glenda, Cheeto, go outside.
Yes, master.
Rex, what are you going to do?
You'll see. Go. Now, where are you, Mr. Shadow?
Right here, Rex Kaliban. No. Over here in this corner. You're looking the wrong way.
I can see nothing in that corner. Nothing but a shadow. Interesting. It would seem that we are both scientists.
Of course my powers are, shall we say, more portable than yours. That machine is very formidable looking, but it must be a nuisance to drag around.
Yes, but that is the only drawback. But you, my friend, you have a remarkable trick of hypnotism. You put a film over my eyes, and I cannot see you. Remarkable.
Very clever of you to have fathomed my little deception. Now, if you had spent your time in India instead of your laboratory, you would perhaps have learned the ancient Hindu secret.
But this machine of mine is just as effective. But come, we are wasting time. We must get down to business, my friend.
Oh, do we have business?
Of course I cannot see you. No. But I know you are only a man, and you are in this room, and this machine will find you. You see, the small sound detonator on top. Would you like to know how it works?
Very much.
When I start the vibrotransmitter, it sends a radio beam. Not much, only enough to shake a man to pieces. The delicate sound detector writes, and listens, and whatever it hears the slightest sound, it automatically aims the radio beam. You just cannot escape its shadow.
It does sound rather deadly, doesn't it?
So now I start the vibrotransmitter. And now, to catch your slightest movement, the sound detector. Stop! No!
Sorry to play a trick on you, Caliban.
The machine, it's turned on me.
Yes. It was getting too close to me, so I tossed my watch into the corner where you are standing. The noise attracted the beam.
Help! Oh!
Quick, where's the switch to turn it off?
It's...
I'm afraid our friend Rex is done for. Effective little machine. I'd better dispose of it before it does any more damage. I don't believe even Rex could put that together again.
Open up, in the name of the law.
Break the door down. Well, Colonel, this certainly looks like the outfit. With that man and that Tammer woman trying to make a getaway as we came in.
What the blazes is this on the floor?
The body of a man. Broken and twisted. Almost disintegrated. Killed by that infernal machine, I would say. And that must be the machine. Or what's left of it. Now, how do you suppose that got smashed?
Well, it certainly beats me how you knew what to look for. And where to look for it, Weston.
I hate to admit it, Colonel. But the Shadow called me again and gave me the tip, and here we are.
You and your Shadow. Don't forget, he's the one who sent me that threatening note. Personally, I believe this dead man here is your Shadow. Probably those accomplices knew the game was up. turn the machine on him.
Sorry to disappoint you, Colonel.
What? You here?
Then who's the man on the floor?
He is the one who signed the note, but he is not the real Shadow. The real Shadow is the one who talks to you, Commissioner.
I'd give a lot to know how you get your information.
Well, you see, Commissioner, nowadays you have to not only be scientific, but clever.
The story is copyrighted by Street and Smith Publications Incorporated. The characters' names, places, and plot fictitious. Any similarities to any living or dead are purely coincidental. Lamont Cranston was voiced by Spencer Bruce, Margot Lane by Megan Salinas. I'm your announcer, Kurt Kaniewski, and we bid you a goodbye until next time. Again next month, the Shadow will demonstrate that
the weed of crime bears bitter fruit, for crime does not pay. The Shadow knows.